All right, we are here again with another member of our Brazil mission team. Would you tell us your name for those people who don't know you?
Yes, I'm Elliott and I'm from Rome, Georgia.
Okay, Elliot, you've been on a trip to Brazil in the past, right? Not last year, but the year before?
Yes.
Okay, how does this trip compare with that one?
Well, this trip, I think I've matured a lot since the 2 years, and the first trip really helped me mature because there were a lot of decisions in front of me that I wasn't quite sure how I was going to face them, and God, just being on the mission trip, really opened my heart and showed me the answers to my questions. So this trip was more of really building the chapel and getting to really experience everything in the mission trip, because the first trip I was on, I was concerned about a lot of other things, and God used the mission trip to work on me that way. But this mission trip, He used it to build relationships with the people here and get to know the people of Campo Grande.
Okay, how have you seen God at work throughout the last couple weeks?
You know, we pulled up coming down a dirt road and just seeing all the slums and you know how poor these people were, and immediately I was just touched because and like I said in devotion, I almost felt bad for these people, but I knew that what we were going to build would give them everything these people would ever need. You know, some of the kids, they didn't have shoes, they didn't have shirts, but you know, in heaven those things aren't going to matter, and giving these people an opportunity to build a relationship with Christ is more than they'll ever need. And so that was the most rewarding, to really feel that the children and the women and the men that were coming forth on the dedication night were really receiving Christ. And also a member that worked with us, Julio, he came out when the first group built their church, he came out with ours, and you could kind of see his relationship with God growing. You could see God really working on him. And then Sunday night, when Pastor Mark preached, he came forward and he got saved and received Christ, and that was one of the most rewarding things, to come 7,000 miles and really see God at work on somebody so much. And it felt like we were really meant to be here for him this week.
Okay, what impacted you the most on this trip?
Just seeing God all around, seeing these kids, you know, who have literally nothing, to be able to be so happy when they were in church at the dedication service, and to see Julio who had so much but didn't have Christ, but slowly really building it and coming together, just full circle, and from kids who had nothing to now having God, and from a man who's a very rich man in Brazil and who has a lot, to getting to know Christ and having that relationship with him. That's the most rewarding thing, is to see people on opposite ends of the spectrum being able to join together under God.
Okay, thanks, Elliot. Appreciate it.